This conference will now be recorded.
So I hope you are able to see my screen. Can anyone respond?
Yeah, it's loading.
Thank you.
Yes, your screen is visible. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. So if you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me in between. As long as if you don't have any questions, please mute yourself. Fine. So 6 to 7, the session will be for T&L, trade and logistics. And 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. it is finance. If people are asking vice versa, I will change based on request. Okay, fine. So today and tomorrow the session will be continuous from 6 to 7 and 7 to 8 with the same link the provided. From 29th onwards, that means next Thursday, today and tomorrow it will be continued, and next there is a gap in between. From 29th onwards it will be continuous without any breaks. So from 29th onwards it will be whoever is joining for T&L, they will get separate link. Whoever is joining for finance, they will get separate link. Okay, fine. So if you want to understand trade and logistics, the majorly one is purchase process and sales process. These two processes we need to understand. Purchase process and sales process. So purchase process means we are purchasing material from the vendor. We are purchasing material from the vendor. That means I will receive material from the vendor. So always you need to imagine like you are running a business. Suppose example, I am running LG Electronics, something. You need to imagine like if you want to understand ERP, if you want to understand ERP, you need to imagine like I'm running a business. I'm running a business. These are so many companies. These are vendors or suppliers. So usually they will speak vendor account or vendor master, supplier account or supplier master. All are same. These are also organizations. Suppose I'm running business like LG Electronics or Satya Electronics or Rama Electronics, some any electronics. Okay, and I'm running this business. I need to purchase the material from vendor. I need to purchase the material from the vendors. This vendors is also an organization. Suppose these vendors are in Mumbai. These vendors are in Mumbai and I'm running my business in Hyderabad. So I want to receive material from this vendor to my organization. This process. Purchase process or procurement process, both are same. Purchase process or procurement process, both are same. So these organizations are called vendors. This is your organization and you are receiving material from this vendor to this one. For that I need in the system. So that is purchase process. First in the system we need to create a purchase order. What is this purchase order means? As I'm running my business, I'm purchasing and selling, I need to give an order to the vendor in such a way that I want 10 washing machines, 15 laptops, 20 LEDs, 2 projectors, 2 Xerox machines, whatever it may be, the list. So the purchase order means you are giving order to the vendor. Purchase order means giving an order to the vendor or supplier. So in the system, 1 minute. In the system, I need to give an order to the vendor, that is purchase order. So here from this company, you are informing through phone or email or whatever it may be, you are informing to this vendor, send me so and so material, that is purchase order. After that, purchase order confirmation. Purchase order confirmation is, it is most important for this confirmation. What is this confirmation? I will explain you next Thursday, 29th. And 29th, I will give you explanation why we need to do a confirmation. In the system, confirmation is mandatory. Next, product receipt. So product receipt means here I have given order to the vendor. Vendor has sent the material. Suppose vendor account or vendor organization is in Mumbai. I have given an order. So the truck started like day before yesterday. Suppose I have given an order on 18th of October. Then 19th of October or 20th of October it was started from Mumbai and it was reached to me today. Then product receipt means I have received the material from the vendor. Product receipt means I have received the material from the vendor. So what happens in the system? Quantity will be updated. What it means? Suppose I have 2 washing machines in my warehouse. Now I have received 10 washing machines. Then 10 plus 2, it is 12. So in my inventory, it will increase whatever I have received quantity. That is product receipt. Product receipt means I have received the quantity from the vendor. Then in the system, it will increase the stock. Suppose I have 2 quantity already in my warehouse, otherwise 0 quantity in my warehouse. I have given order 10, then I have received, then it will increase plus 2. Next, vendor invoice. Vendor invoice means how much amount I need to pay to the vendor. That is vendor invoice. To be frankly, this vendor invoice is a part of finance, but you will understand vendor invoice also. But postings, it is not required for you. Finance consultants, I mean to say 7 to 8 session, who is going to be interested in finance, he will understand what is debit and what is credit. So here the financials happen. The financial postings will be happened here. Means what is the price of the item, the purchase price, what is the transportation charges, what is the taxes, what is the discount if any, and those things will be calculated and it will be posted to finance. It will be posted to finance, general ledger. Okay. So whoever is not provided your email ID or mobile number, please provide to the institute. Okay, fine. So this is purchase order process. There are so many things inside you are going to learn. The minimum steps are purchase order creation, purchase order confirmation, product receipt, and vendor invoice. Simple steps: PO creation, PO confirmation, product receipt, and then vendor invoice. These are the single steps. Let us understand from the system. Let me show you from the system how it works. So this is the application. You have to have a link and username and password. If you have a link, username and password, you can access. If it is installed in your system, then you can open with the button, short like the link. With the link only, it will allow you. Okay, look at this one. This is company. So there are many companies. As I told you, for practicing purpose, try to use USMF company. Try to use USMF company whenever you are practicing. As I told you here, LG Electronics is my company, or Rama Electronics. So it is for your practicing purpose, USMF is the company. So in this USMF company, look at this one here. There are modules. So many modules are there. Okay, for you, we need to go to procurement and sourcing module.
Satya, sorry to interrupt. What do you mean by this USMF?
So USMF is a company.
Okay.
Already existing company. So first initially you need to practice with the existing company. Later, after 1 month, you will create your own company and doing the setups.
Okay.
Okay. Currently you are working with the existing setups. With the existing setups, you are practicing. You are going to practice. Fine. So here, this is a company, and these are the modules. For you, you need to go to procurement and sourcing module. So there will be so many things. You will get confused initially. Collapse all. Click on purchase orders, all purchase orders. Procurement and sourcing module. Purchase orders, all purchase orders. Need to click on all purchase orders. So remember, try to use always for practicing purpose company USMF. There are many companies. You will understand slowly what are the other companies. For practicing purpose, use USMF company. And module procurement and sourcing. Procurement and sourcing module. Okay. Now there are so many things here. Edit button, new button, delete button. These are buttons. Edit button, new button, delete button. These are tabs. Purchase order tab, purchase tab. There are many things. Manage tab, receive tab, invoice tab, retail, warehouse, like this. Okay, these are all tabs. So you need to click on new button. You need to click on new button. So here, as I told you, like we have given an order to the vendor. That vendor account you need to select. You need to select the vendor account. I'm selecting the first vendor account. click OK. There are many things you will understand slowly. All these things. What is this? Everything you will understand slowly. Click OK. So here you need to select item. Which item you want to purchase? I'm selecting one item, the first item. So there is site and warehouse. I have entered. What is this site? What is this warehouse? You will understand slowly. Okay, how many quantity I'm giving order? Suppose 10 quantity. So I have entered purchase order. I have selected vendor account, I have selected item, and I have selected quantity. And extra, there is a site and warehouse. This site and warehouse you will understand slowly. Fine. Here, quantity and price is automatically coming. This is purchase price. From where it is coming, how it is coming, you will understand slowly. Otherwise, if it is not coming, you will enter the purchase price. So I have created a purchase order. So while creating a purchase order, I have selected vendor account and I have selected item and quantity.
Sorry to break you. How do we create a vendor and create an item?
I will explain you later. I will explain you later. The reason behind the way of teaching, my way of teaching is, first I will explain transactions, then I will explain mass.
Oh, sorry. Okay, carry on.
No problem. Fine. So first we have created purchase order. We have created purchase order. Next, as I told you, next step is confirm. We need to confirm the purchase order. It is must. It is must. There is confirmation here. There is a confirmation button is also available. There is a confirm is available. It is 90% same. There is a 5%, 10% differences are there. Those things you will understand later. I'm just using this button confirm. This is must, and your manager will approve this confirmation. Your manager need to confirm this one. So there are many things in between. As I told you, between this to this, there are many things, but I am showing simple process. Simple process. So it is confirmed. It is confirmed. Next, you need to go to receive tab. Receive tab. There is a receipt list. Now I'm not discussing about receipt list now. I'm talking about product receipt. So I have shown you product receipt. Product receipt means the quantity will be updated in my warehouse. Okay, if I click product receipt, here I need to enter the product receipt number. What is this number? Means vendor has sent the material. The vendor may be in Bangalore, maybe in Delhi, or maybe in Mumbai or somewhere else. He sent the material. Whenever he is sending the material, he will provide one document. That document number you need to enter here. So product receipt number, whenever you are practicing, it is a dummy number. Whenever it is in real time scenario, it is vendor document number, vendor dispatch document number. It is most important to track between, if you want to reconcile what are the items received from the vendor, this is the number you need to track, intermediate between you and your vendor. So vendor dispatch document number is product receipt number. It is must, you need to enter and then click OK. So what happens if you do product receipt means it will update inventory in the system. That means suppose I have 100 quantity exist, then I have received 10 quantity, then it will become 100 plus 10, it will be 110. Like that it will be increased. So product receipt means your quantity will be updated. Your quantity will be updated. Next, vendor invoice. Next step is vendor invoice. So you can go to invoice tab, click on generate area page. This box is called generate area page. In this you are clicking on invoice button. You are clicking on invoice button. So in this invoice button, so you have to enter the invoice number because you have received invoice copy from the vendor, and you can click on totals. The copy whatever you have received invoice from the vendor, that whether it is tallying or not, you need to verify that amount of the material, if it is any discounts, if it is any transportation charges or insurance charges or anything, and if it is any taxes. As of now I'm not entering all those things. I will explain you these things later. You will understand those things. And the total amount invoice amount is 8,990. So whatever you have received invoice copy from the vendor, that you need to validate and you need to verify. We need to validate. So it is fine, everything is fine. And I need to enter invoice number which I have received from the vendor, and vendor invoice date. So if he generated yesterday, it may be yesterday's date, but not future date. It may be today date or it may be yesterday date, whatever it may be. Okay, update match status. Here not performed is there. I need to click on update match status. It will be passed. So what is this update status? I will explain you later. It is three-way matching, two-way matching. Matching principles are there. That matching principles I need to explain you, that you will understand later. Okay, so now click post. So here the details are there and everything is available, amount, everything. As I told you, I have clicked on totals and have verified the invoice copy which I have received, whether it is tallying or not. I have validated. Once it is, everything is fine, I will click on, as I told you, it will be financial postings. I will click on post. Then it will be posted. So once it is posted properly, everything is operation is completed. Now if you look at this invoice journal, it will show the postings, what is debit and what is credit. So that is a part of finance. Finance people will understand what is debit and what is credit, these things. It is not for you. Let me show once again this process. So what I have to do, always it will be, there are many companies, but try to do from USMF company. So if you are, select this USMF company for practicing purpose. There are many companies, so you will understand what are those companies and how it was. You will understand later. For practicing purpose, go to USMF company. By default it will be go to USMF company only. Verify. Now here it is, modules are available. In this you need to go to procurement and sourcing, purchase orders, all purchase orders. all purchase orders. Click on new button. Click on new button. Select the vendor. From which vendor you are planning to purchase. You are planning to purchase. I'm selecting vendor 1001. So how to create this vendor, you will understand later. Okay, there are many things. Here it is purchase order number. From where it is coming, you will understand later. These things. Site and warehouse is also available. We'll discuss this one later. Click OK. And in the drop down, there are many items. For which item you are planning to give an order, that item you need to select. For initially, for practicing purpose, select 1000 item. The first item, select 1000. And site and warehouse, I'm selecting something 1 and 11. You can select any site and warehouse, no issues. And how many quantity? I'm planning to purchase 5 quantity, something. So purchase order is created. Purchase order is created. So for purchase order creation, you have to select a vendor account, select the item, quantity, and price. Site and warehouse, it is, you will understand in inventory management, you are going to learn that one, that you will understand later. So purchase order is created. Next step is confirmation. For this, you need to go to purchase tab, click on confirm button or confirmation, anything is fine. You can click this one or you can click on this one. If you click this button, it will give you option one screen and click OK. Here print purchase order, so you can take a printout. If you click yes, it will take a printout. That is possible in the print confirm purchase order. Okay, if you are not selected, it is not printing, it is generating printing. For that also it is generating, for this also it is generating. It will generate a purchase order print. So confirmation, this confirmation will be done by your managers. Purchasing manager, he will do the confirmation. So why it is most important, this confirmation or confirm button is most important. What is the reason confirmation button? What is the business logic? Why I need to do the confirmation? Why Microsoft has given confirmation as mandatory? I will discuss after 1 week. I mean to say next Thursday I will show you. I will explain you what is the business logic. Fine. Now go to receive tab. So I did purchase order creation. I did purchase order confirmation. Now I am doing product receipt. For this, go to receive tab, product receipt. Product receipt. So vendor has sent the material to you. So whenever he is sending material, he will generate one document. That document number you need to enter. You need to enter this document number. Okay, if I'm trying to enter the same duplicate number, it will throw error message. I have already used earlier this. So product receipt 150 was already used in the previous purchase order. I have entered PR 150. I cannot use the same number for the same vendor. For the same vendor, I cannot use the same number because from the vendor I have received already document number. Once again, you cannot use the same number.
Sir, one question here. So now this product receipt, it's auto generated or we enter this number?
You need to enter this number. You need to enter this number because the document you will receive manually. You means here business people. Then that number you need to enter here manually only.
Okay.
There is automatic number sequences are there. These numbers it is different, but this number is because from vendor. Suppose take the example. From this vendor I have received one PR 150. Another one is PR 151. Suppose from this vendor I have received another purchase order. This is another vendor. It may be JA001. This is like this. So I don't know what is the number is providing by the vendor. So that is the reason we cannot generate automatic. It is like vendor dispatch number you need to enter manually.
It can be a invoice number also, right?
It can be invoice number that I will discuss with you later. Invoice number and product list number. I mean to say whatever you are talking, that is this together we can do.
Okay.
Okay, that is different. Later we'll discuss.
Satya, if multiple items are there, then we need to enter this number in each line.
No, it will be like, okay, so let me cancel this number. It will be for multiple lines. It will create one more. I am adding one more line. Okay. So I'm entering D001, some other item. Site and warehouse quantity, suppose 10 quantity. Price is there. Now, if you have changed something, purchase order, you need to do once again confirmation, means your manager need to approve once again. So I did like my manager has approved, that is confirmation. Now I'm doing product receipt. I have received materials because I have given order for this both to the vendor. Now if I click product receipt, here all items are available. If you look at this line details, it will show item 1000 and D001 both together we are received. For both we are doing product receipt number.
Okay.
And actually, suppose there are many options. I have received 2 quantity, I have received 5 quantity from this one. Yes, we can do something that is called partial receipt. That I will explain you later. Okay. Suppose I have given order completely, I have received entire quantity. Fine. Now I am doing click OK. Fine. So product receipt is updated. That means 5 quantity item for 1000 plus 5 will be updated in the system in the back end. This will be 10 quantity will be updated in the back end. Totally it will update in the system. Okay. Next, invoice. Click on invoice. So as I told you, like these are the 2 quantities for the total amount. I can click on totals. I can validate whether it is the total amount is correct or not. Whatever I have received from the vendor, I will receive invoice copy. That invoice copy amount I need to validate. I need to validate discounts if it is anything, charges, taxes, all together total amount is this one. This is cash discount. You will understand later cash discount what is this, but this is the amount. Total invoice amount is 7522.10. Whether it is tallying or not, you need to validate. You means business people. Okay, validate. So everything is fine. Everything is fine. So vendor invoice number which I have received, that I need to enter, because from that invoice number only I am validating these totals. These totals I am validating from the invoice copy which I have received from the vendor. Okay, that number I need to enter here, and I need to enter the date, invoice date. It is not mandatory, this date, but it is the best practice. For best practice, you need to enter the date. Invoice number must be filled in. This is must. Okay, this is optional. Okay, so here match status not performed. So this is matching principles. Some matching principles are there that you will understand later. For that, we need to click on update match status. It is now passed. Now I can click on post. Okay, fine. So being a functional consultant in real-time scenario, you will never do purchase order invoice in the live system. This will be done by business people, means whoever is doing this business, they will do it. But for understanding, if I want to do these things, what are the prerequisites like item creation, vendor creation, and setups, all those things you will do it. I mean to say, in real-time scenario, transactions I'm explaining now, later masters, next setups, next parameters. So your task is these things. And transactions, actually this purchase order invoice you will not do in real-time scenario. Business people, whoever is working, those people will do it. But if you don't know how to post this one, you cannot understand how to do these things. That is the reason you are learning transactions, I mean to say business people task, and you are going to help them how to rectify. Understood? If it is any mistakes happened, or if it is any requirement, something, you need to guide them. So whatever they are doing, that topic you are doing now here, purchase order invoice. Okay, fine. So you will understand slowly about this master setups and everything, parameters later on. Now this product receipt is also called, business people they will use GRN, that is goods receipt note. Goods receipt note or MRN. Material receipt note or simply receipt. So don't confuse, like in GRN I'm getting some problems. Then you need to imagine like, oh, GRN means he is doing product receipt, at that time he is facing some challenges, something else. So this is GRN, MRN.
మమ్మీ
These are,
చదువుతుందా ఓ మమ్మీ ఏమరా
please.
బుజ్జి కొద్దిగా పోతుంది
Someone is unmute.
బస్
Can you
కోసం
Sandev, can you unmute yourself? Can you mute yourself? Okay, fine. Sorry. So this is purchase order process. Purchase order process. Okay. In the same manner, sales process also available. Here, sales process means you are taking or you are receiving an order from the customer. Received an order from the customer. Received an order from the customer. What it means? So here you have purchased the material and you are keeping the material in your warehouse, in your company. And what happens? You are selling this item. To different customers. This is sales process. That is sales and marketing. Sales and marketing. So here you are sending material to customers. Actually, these are also organizations. These are also organizations. These are called customer account or customer master. These are vendor accounts or vendor master. If you are purchasing material, then it is a vendor or supplier. If you are selling material to say organization, those organizations are called customers. Okay, so let
Selling or
me,
consuming within the company also is fine, right?
yes, that is also. Consuming means here production, maybe most probably production, through production process will consume the material. Yes, you are
Okay.
right, for internal purpose. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fine. So now for this, just like how the way you learned, in the same manner, sales order creation means you have received an order from the customer, then here confirmation is not required. Packing slip means you are dispatching material. You are dispatching material to the customer, and customer invoice means you are generating invoice and you are providing invoice copy to the vendor. Sorry, I'm sorry, customer. In the sales order process, sales order creation, packing slip, customer invoice. Okay, here the extra purchase order creation, there is extra button, confirmation is mandatory. After that, product receipt, vendor invoice. In between there are so many steps, there are many things you will understand later, like receipt list, registration. There are many things you are going to learn. Purchase order creation in the draft mode and approved mode, confirmation, workflow. There are many things inside, but simplest way I have shown you 4 steps: purchase order creation, purchase order confirmation, product receipt, and invoice. Simple 4 steps. This is minimum requirement. Purchase order creation, confirmation will be done by your manager, and you have received material and you have received invoice. In this sales process, we are creating sales order, doing packing slip, doing customer invoice. This is sales process. So let me show you the same. You can go to sales and marketing module, sales orders, all sales orders. So there are buttons like new button, delete button. There are tabs. Okay, now click on new button. Click on new button. Select the customer. So from which customer you have received an order, that customer you need to select. Select US001. And there are many things you will understand later. Sales order number is generated as 810. From where it is generating, you will understand later. Click OK. Okay, what is the item customer is asking? That item you need to select. So for practicing purpose, try to select the item first one, 1000. There are many things, but practice with the first one, 1000. Okay, fine. So total 2 quantity he is requesting. So site and warehouse is mandatory here also. What is this site and warehouse? I will explain later. So the price is automatically coming. So if you want, you can change the price also. So I have created a sales order. So once sales order is created, so there are so many buttons. Actually here also there is a confirmation button is available, but it is not mandatory. It is not mandatory process for sales process. I can go to pick and pack tab, post packing slip. So if you are doing this post packing slip, what happens? Stock will be deducted. That means here quantity is updated plus, here quantity updated minus, because it is going out from your inventory. You are dispatching material to your customer means your inventory, suppose there are 25 washing machines exist. I am sending 2 quantity from my inventory, then it will become 25 minus 2, it will become 23. Because I am dispatching 2 quantity, it will update minus in the system. So you will understand this one. I will show you where it is, how it is updating this minus. I will explain you later. Okay. So if you are doing now, I need to select all, always. Here you need to select all. So the quantity, item and quantity, you can click OK. If you want to take a printout, you need to take the print checkbox. Print packing slip. So in real time scenario, print packing slip is must. Whenever you are dispatching material to your customer, along with this print checkbox, you need to enable and click OK. Click OK. So it will take 1 or 2 minutes time. It is generating the print format.
Sir, when you say that print option, right? So that means it gives some sort of a report or something like that, is it? Like,
Exactly, you're right. You're right. So the
okay,
report is generating now. It is generating now.
okay, okay, okay. And
Yeah.
sorry, one more question. So now this report, what is getting generated? So that is what the technical people develop, is it?
Yes, exactly. Technical people, they will do, because the print format, whatever it is coming, I'm not happy with this format. Definitely we need to do modifications. That the modifications
Okay.
is called customization.
Oh, okay. That is what is customization. Okay, okay. Otherwise, it comes in a standard, I mean, whatever is the default method. So based on how the customer needs it, maybe with whatever their logo or whatever is extra. So
Yes,
all those things will come as part of customization. Okay,
exactly. Exactly, you're right. Exactly, you're right. So that will be done by technical people.
okay. But it
Yeah.
looks like functional people only actually they whatever input uh, they configure, so that plays a more major role than the technical people's customization.
Yes,
Would that
actually,
statement be right? Yeah.
so you are collecting the information from the client. Wherever you are implementing, you are collecting. So he wants, I don't want this packing slip here, I want packing slip in the heading, and I want this
Okay.
number, like it is coming, like it is not good. So there will be format will be given. So for that format, you need to do, that is called functional design document. I will explain you later what is this functional design document. So there you are doing like corrections, like you are making one document and you need to provide to your technical people. They will do customization, but the requirement collection is you need to do it. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So you are going to collect this information, because I want packing slip here, and I want this date should not be here, I want this date should be here. So there will be reassigning. The report print format, whatever it is giving by Microsoft, is not fulfilled to the client. Then you need to change this one. This collection, you need to collect that information from the customer, and you need to provide that information to your developer.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So packing slip is generated. Actually, it should be printed to the printer. So you will take the printout, okay, and you will send that document to the customer. Next, invoice. So the invoice tab, invoice button. So here also you will take a printout. You will take a printout and you are sending this copy to your customer. This is invoice copy. So packing slip document and invoice document, these two are most important for you, because for the purchase process, vendor is providing the documents, whereas for sales, you are providing to your customer. You are providing to your customer. So this packing slip document and invoice document in the sales process is most important for you. That means this customer invoice print format, this print format and this print format must and should, we need to do customization. We need to do customization. I mean to say, you are going to collect the report print format and you need to provide that information to your developer to do the customization. So the minimum customizations are these two documents. We need to do a customization. Okay, so this is the invoice document. So this is not good actually. So this is fine, but it is not good for client. Then you need to change. So if you look at invoice print formats, there will be so many. One client, they like this one, another client like this one, another client like this one, another client this, maybe this one. So there may be so many formats. So based on the customer requirement, you need to change invoice print format.
It will be like request, change request called.
Yes. So initially it is called actually like there are so many things actually, like I'm not I will guide you on that one. What are the different documents? It will be there later. It is called implementation methodology. In that, requirement gathering, then functional design document, business requirement document, functional design document, technical design document. There are some flows. Just I will give you brief about that one later, what it is. Okay, this is actually, it may be change request or it may be functional design document. Whenever you are implementing, at that time the word is called functional design document, FDD. Once it is implementation is completed, if they are asking changes, then it is a change request. Slight difference is there between FDD and CR. Okay, that you will understand later. Fine. So now customer invoice is generated. Customer invoice is generated. You need to provide this information to your customer. Okay, just today I have introduced about purchase order process and sales order process. So purchase order confirmation, product receipt, vendor invoice, sales order creation, packing slip, customer invoice. There are not only this one, there are so many things. Before this purchase order, we have options called purchase requisition and request for quotation. RFQ process also is there. There are many things. And before the sales order, there are some more things like sales quotation process. There are many things. So there are so many things you are going to learn. Okay. So I'm stopping here for T&L topics. Okay. Regarding T&L, I'm stopping here. Today, now I'm continuing for finance topics. Give me 1 second.
Sir,
Yes,
one
please.
question. I'm not sure like where it exactly comes, but I still want to just ask. So now in
Yes.
this trade and logistics, we learn more about the procurement management, the sales process, and all of those things.
Yes.
What is this project accounting
Okay.
management? That where does it come in? Say, in trade and logistics or in finance?
No, these two will not. That project accounting is not a part of finance and T&L. It is a separate module. It is a separate module. So
Okay.
actually, Just give me 1 second. Let me save this file. So in Dynamics AX or Dynamics F&O, there are many modules. Like one is finance, one is trade and logistics or SCM, both are same, T&L or SCM. Another one is manufacturing. I will write down here manufacturing here. Here project management and accounting. Project management and accounting is completely different module. In this there will be expense management. There is a travel expenditure module, project management and accounting module, and service industry. There are 3-4 modules will be there. This is completely different. Okay, so you cannot learn very first project management accounting. First you need to learn either finance or T&L, then on top of that you can learn this one.
Okay. Actually, I was a little confused, like whether this was part of this or what I just started.
So currently the module called is project management and accounting is a module available. Now later another module also is there, professional service automation. It is like project management and accounting, and these modules may be depreciated in future. There is a new module called project operations. Project operations is a new product now. Microsoft is releasing in this month. It is project operations. All are similar, all are from Microsoft only, but these two may be most probably, I'm not sure still, it may be depreciated in futures. This is the new module, project operations. This is a new product. That product is similar to this one, and this product is going to be released in this month. So demo version, preview version, it is already released in the market. By this month end it is going to be released. That is project operations. It is a new product, separate application.
Okay.
So most probably this is going to be depreciated, and it will, these two project operations and this will be integrated through PMA. So that means this project management and accounting module is going to be redesigned in another 3-4 months a lot. Understood?
Okay.
Mr. Satya, I just want to ask you something.
Yeah, yes please. Yes please.
This TNL module which you were teaching today, so moving forward into the coming days, you're going to cover up on all this transfer orders and what do you call this, transfer journals, movement journals, everything, right?
Yes, that is inventory management. Yes, it is a part of inventory management. Yes. Okay, and I want to tell you one clarification. There is advanced warehouse management. That warehouse management, I will brief a small information, but I'm not going to teach this advanced warehouse management. It is a separate function. What I mean to say here, see, you are going to learn procurement and sourcing, which you have learned just now, introduction, and in the same manner sales and marketing, and along with these two you are going to learn inventory management. So in inventory management, whatever you told now, like movement journal, transfer journal, these things you are going to learn, and even transfer order also you are going to learn all these things here. Okay, next one is product information management. This is related to product. You are going to learn this thing also, product information management. But there is one more module called advanced warehouse management. This is warehouse management and transportation management. It will not be covered. These two will not be covered in this course, but I will introduce what is this means. Just high level brief introduction I will explain. Like one is sales order process and purchase order process. I will show from this one. This is a high level brief. If you want in depth about this one, it is separate course. It is 6 weeks time. It's separate course. So there is a heavy demand for this one, advanced warehouse management and transportation management, these two. Okay, so this brief I will give you a small information, like 2 sessions or 3 sessions I will explain. I mean to say 2 to 3 hours, but we need to understand at least minimum to minimum. If you want to understand depth, 30 hours is required. 30 hours is required if you want to understand these things. There are many things inside. There is a lot. There is a lot of information. Load, work, wave, shipment, location directive. There are so many things. It is separate. Okay. Fine. Whether I have given answer to your question, Rajiv?
Satya, like
Yeah,
for
it's okay.
Yeah. Yes, please.
in finance, what all will include in this training, like payables, receivables, assets?
Yeah. So in finance, okay, there will be many modules actually. General ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash and bank, fixed assets, budgeting, and actually these are the major 6 modules. Another consolidation, taxes, and then credit and collections. These are the sub modules. Actually, credit and collections is a part of ER in 2012. In D365 they have separated, and this taxes and consolidation is a part of GL in 2012 in the previous version. Now it was separated as a modules. So this 9 modules will be covered in finance.
Okay, and the training would be on D365, right?
Yes. So I'm showing this one D365 only.
Okay. Okay.
So 2012 and D365 application wise 90% same. Application wise, functionality wise 90% same. Of course, there are some changes. That changes also I will explain you during the sessions. Okay. Fine. Okay. So
Okay, for this trade and logistic and finance, what will be the course duration?
So it will be like 8 weeks minimum. It may be extended 1 or 2 weeks. Minimum
Okay.
8 weeks, maybe extended 2 weeks. Yeah.
And one class per week.
So Monday to Friday, 1 hour,
Okay.
1 hour. Monday to Friday, it will be 1 hour. Every day 1 hour.
Oh, it's a one day in a week or every day?
No, every day. It is Monday to Friday.
Okay, Monday to Friday. Okay.
Monday to Friday, it will be every day 1 hour, 1 hour. So that is the reason
Okay.
I need 8 weeks. That means 8 weeks means 40 hours.
40 hours. Okay.
40 hours.
Fine.
Minimum 40
Fine.
hours, and it may be extended 1 or 2 weeks. Please don't make me hurry while doing closing the session.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Thank you.
So
Welcome.
tentatively duration would be same for finance and TNL,
Yes.
right?
Yes, it will be the same. So for both, one is 6 to 7 T&L and 7 to 8 is finance. But if people are asking vice versa also, I can adjust based on majority people voting, majority people comfort.
And
Yeah.
Satya, about this instance access for practice, like how do we avail that?
So there are multiple options. One is if you have a laptop or system, then I will guide you one mobile numbers. In Amirpet, there are multiple people are there. You can approach them and you can get it installed in Hyderabad. If you are in Hyderabad, if you are in other city or other country, then they will give you, they will take remote and they will install that one. For remote access, they will charge more. For if you go visit, if you are visiting that person, he will charge less amount. Okay, this is one option. If you have laptop or system. Second option, there is a server provider. He is like, so currently I'm accessing by paying money. So I'm paying, actually like he will charge 2,500 per month, but I'm paying 2,000 rupees. Every month he will charge 2,000 rupees. You can get access. That is server provider. He is maintaining server in his he is maintaining like UPS, and he is maintaining every 24 hours he is opening keeping that system. So for this he is charging rupees 2000 per month. Okay, he is asking 2500, but bargaining it was came back 2000 per month. Third option is demo system also available. This demo system every 4 hours it will be refreshed. This I will show you later. So if you want, this is every time like it will be refreshed, because whatever I have created it will not be shown next time. So initially if you want you can manage with this one, but later on this is not sufficient. You have to have, this is the best practice, anyone at least. So initially if you want you can maintain. This is a demo system by Microsoft. If you have one username and password, you can create a username and password and you can log in this one. This is a demo system provided by Microsoft. Okay, clear?
Yes. And what version of this 365 would the training will be happening?
It is 10.0.13. So let me show you. This is 10.0.13.
Yeah.
Sir, now,
Last question from my side. Like
please.
I'm coming from EBS and Fusion background. So your training and the sincere efforts that we put in during this training course. So would it be possible to get this certified in probably after your training in another month?
So for certification, I can guide you. So with that training, you are going to learn the knowledge, but you may not finish the certification. But there will be separate one-to-one. You can call me once you join these sessions. I can guide you to clear your certification.
Okay, that's good.
There are some other ways. Okay, fine. Yes, please. Some other person is speaking.
sir, for this laptop system, what you mentioned, right? So, so they will do this installation on my own laptop, and then I will be given a user ID and a password with a license, I suppose. And each time there is a patch update or anything, so I only have to take care of that, or
See,
how does?
that patches update is not required for you. So why you
Okay,
need to do it that much frequently? It is not required for you. The demo system, whatever you are using, you can use the
huh,
forever, no issues. I don't think so, like, because it is a demo system will not ask you to update every time. So live product, if it is a live product, then Microsoft will give you the instructions like periodically you need to upgrade to latest version. But if in your system it is installed, Microsoft will not have any track. This is only demo system and it is not required to upgrade. If you want the new features, yes, then once again you need to approach that person and he will install the latest version. He will charge once again.
oh, okay,
Practice purpose, it is not required. For practicing
okay,
purpose, it is not required.
okay, okay,
Anything else,
okay,
please? Yes,
Regarding
please.
the timing, if possible, can you switch over the finance timing with the supply chain timing?
Yeah, so let me check with these people, because already so many people I have committed with them, like 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. as T and L. I have committed this already, informed to many people, but
Okay.
I will check with them. I will check with these people, and based on their comfort, I will switch.
No,
Okay.
thank you. Thanks a lot. If possible, I'm just requesting this because I'm out of India,
Sure,
and
sure,
here
definitely.
for me it's 4 a.m. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine, Kabir. Definitely.
Thanks. Yeah.
Any other, please? Any other questions, please?
Nothing as for now. It was really nice.
Sure, Kabir. Yeah. Nazir, tell me.
This server provider for 2,000 per month, how is it possible to access? Like he will give a link or something?
So this is a remote desktop. He will give remote desktop connection and you can access.
Okay. So it's just the RDP.
RDP,
Okay,
yes. RDP. He is giving RDP.
He'll give it. Okay, fine. That's it.
Fine. He is actually like he is maintaining 128 GB hard disk. He spent money 128 GB RAM.
Okay.
He is maintaining a server. Okay, that is the reason he is he is putting uninterrupted power supply, server and everything like UPS and everything maintained by this guy. Okay.
No problem. Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
Welcome.
And sir, if we want, we can even use our pre-pod or UAT environment, right?
Yeah,
in
you
our
can use that
company.
in your.
Okay.
You can use. Yeah, no issues.
Thank you.
Yeah, fine. Any other questions, please? Fine. So let us start about finance topic. Finance.
You want the supply chain team also to stay back, or we can leave?
Your wish. If you want, you can, because it is for today and tomorrow. You are allowed to look at everything. Okay. Later, from next week onwards, you will not be allowed. It will be separated. Okay.
Perfect.
Fine. You can stay back. No issues.
Okay.
Fine. So for finance, you need to remember like debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. Debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. This is commerce we learned in your intermediate or degree. So suppose you have completed bachelor's degree as BSc, only BSc you did it. You don't know about debit and credit. Don't worry, I'm telling you now. Debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. Debit means what is coming to you. That means suppose I need to receive money from my friend 500, then that is debit amount. So this is what you have money. In real time scenario, debit means you have a laptop, it is asset, your asset. If you have one house, building, that is your asset. If you have your car, that is an asset. So all assets are debits. You have a car, you have a bike, you have a pen, you have a pencil, you have a laptop, you have a book, you have a fan. All those things are your assets. Those assets are balances will be debit. Credit means I need to pay money. Suppose home loan. I have a home loan, that is credit. I have a credit card, then it is a credit. Credit means you need to pay money to some other persons, then it is a credit. If you are receiving money, it is a debit. If you are paying money, then it is a credit. If you have a bank account, it is a debit balance. If you have a credit card, means you have used that credit card for some purchasing some material, you need to pay money, that money to bank, that is a credit. That is the reason it is credit. Debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. These are fundamentals. Okay. Now in finance, there will be one is vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, and customer payment. These are the four transactions you need to learn. This vendor invoice means you have purchased something. You have purchased something, then you will get invoice, that is vendor invoice. For that, you need to do the payment. So purchase vendor invoices, there are 4 options in the system. Okay, multiple options are available. There are 4 options available in the system. That 4 options I will explain you later. So first option is invoice journal. Second option is purchase order to invoice. First option and second option. There are multiple options. As I told you, some other options also is there. I will explain later. 2 options. Invoice journal. Another one is purchase order to vendor invoice. So in this vendor invoice, what is debit, what is credit? If you are doing like this, if you are doing this one, what will be debit and what will be credit? You need to understand. So here vendor account credit and expense account debit. Expenses account debtor to vendor account credit. Accounts people or commerce people, they will use the word like this. Expense account debtor to vendor account credit. They will read this debit is debtor. Expense account debtor to. Expense account debtor to. Actually, it is debitor. It will be silent and they will pronounce like this. Expense account debtor to vendor account credit. They will pronounce like this, accounts people. Okay, how can I remember this one? If it is a vendor invoice is posted, expense account debtor to vendor account credit, because you are purchasing this and you need to pay money. So this is credit. You need to pay money to the vendor. That is vendor account credit. Vendor payment. After some time you are doing payment. How can you do payment? Where it is maybe from your cash or bank, you are paying money. Vendor account debit. How can I remember like this? This one. If you are doing payment to the vendor, then your cash balance or bank balance will be decreased. You are paying money to your vendor. You are paying money to your vendor. Then your cash balance, if you are paying by cash, suppose in your cash box 10,000 rupees is there, 1,000 if you are giving to your vendor, then it will become 9,000. That means minus 1,000 should be updated. Minus means credit. Always remember, debit means plus, credit means minus. If you are a mathematics guy, you know like plus and minus. Debit means plus, credit means minus. So here my cash is decreasing. My cash is decreasing. That is credit. And this vendor, earlier we have posted, suppose I have purchased water bottle. Water bottle is 25 rupees, Indian rupees, 25 rupees I have entered. So here also I have entered 25 rupees I need to pay to my vendor. And you are paying this one. So here it will update minus. It will update plus. It will update minus. How can I remember minus? Here, whenever you are doing invoice means in your records you need to update like I need to pay money 25 rupees to vendor. Then minus should be updated because this is your pending amount you need to pay to your vendor. Wow. Okay, 25 rupees I need to pay to the vendor. I need to update in my records. And whenever you are paying 25 plus, you will enter plus 25 minus 25 will become 0 because I have paid. And from my cash, it is decreasing. 25 rupees will be decreased from my cash or bank. If I am giving check, then check cash. So expense account debtor to vendor account credit. I know like little bit complex to everyone to remember this one, but I will speak this thing, the same information at least 1 week to 10 days. Okay, at least 1 week to 2 weeks, I will speak the same thing to understand. So without this knowledge also, many people becoming finance consultants, but you will struggle a lot in real time scenario. So my students, whoever learned from me, they are very strong in the product as per the dynamics AX as well as commerce also. Here it is not complex at all. If you practice, you can understand. So expense account debtor to vendor account credit. Why vendor account credit? Because I need to pay money. I need to pay money in my records. I need to I need to enter in the system as minus. When I'm paying, I'm entering debit so that it will become 0, balance 0, and here my cash balance will be decreased. In the same manner, customer invoice. Customer account debtor to sales revenue credit. Here I am going to receive money from the customer, so it is revenue account is minus, and customer payment means I have received in the cash or bank. So these are the 4 transactions you need to learn. That's it. If you want to learn finance, if you learn these 4 transactions, that is enough. This is commerce. These 4 transactions you need to learn. Here, customer account, I am going to receive money. This is my money is with customer. Customer will be debited. And once it is paid, it was paid, it will become 0. My cash or bank balance will be increased. So little bit hard to understand, but by practicing 1 week to 2 weeks, you can understand this easily. You can understand easily. So customer account debtor to sales revenue account credit, it is customer invoice. If it is a payment, cash or bank account debtor to customer account credit. These are the 4 transactions you need to learn. That's it. If you learn these 4 transactions, then you can understand finance. Okay. Without this also you can become a finance consultant, but it is always better to learn properly this one. Means if you are constructing a building, 4 pillars are required, minimum 4 pillars. Minimum 4 pillars are required. In the same manner, if you want to become a finance consultant, 4 transactions. Of course, by looking into first time, it is little bit hard to digest or little bit hard to remember, but by 1 week or 2 weeks, you can learn this one. If you learn this 4, that's it. Particularly for confusion mind, these 4 transactions should be very much clear, whether you are a commerce background guy or non-commerce background. Whether you are a commerce or non-commerce person, these 4 transactions you have to learn. Okay, fine. So let me show in the system this vendor invoice where we can generate vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment, where we can generate these things will let us understand. So as I told you, for this there are 4 options. For this there are 2 options. Here there are options are there, but form is only one form. In one form you can do multiple options, and this is also one form, you can do multiple options, only one form. Here these are 4 different forms. You can do vendor invoice in 4 different ways. I will show you that one later. In this also there are many things you are going to learn. So all these 4 transactions you are going to learn at least a minimum to minimum 1 week to 2 weeks. Another 2 weeks you are going to learn these things. So these are the basic things. If you want to learn English, I need to learn A, B, C, D. If I want to learn mathematics or numbering, I need to learn 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I learn, I can learn numbers. In the same manner, if you want to learn finance, these 4 topics you need to remember. I will make sure like you can remember these things. Don't worry about this one, whether you are a commerce background or non-commerce. Non-commerce people, they can understand easily, very fastly. Commerce people, they will confuse a lot between debit and credit, because they already learned. There will be confusion. So I will give you clarifications every day, the same thing. Okay, don't worry on this one. Fine. Let us understand vendor invoice. In these 4 options, the first option is invoice journal. The first option for vendor invoice, the first option is invoice journal. So where we can do this one? It is in accounts payable module. In the modules, the first module accounts payable. So collapse all, invoices, invoice journal. The path is accounts payable module, accounts payable module, invoices, invoice journal. Invoice journal. So click new. In this there are so many things. You will understand these things later. You need to select one journal name. Click on lines button. Click on lines button. So select the vendor account. Date is coming automatically. Today's date. Today it is 21st October. And the number is coming automatically. This number, where it is coming, you will understand later. This is number, voucher number. And you need to select the vendor account. For which vendor you are going to do invoice. For one vendor 1001, I'm selecting. Okay, so invoice number, because you have received invoice, that invoice number you need to enter. You need to enter invoice number and invoice date. Okay, what is the amount? Suppose I have purchased water bottles from this vendor, 2 bottles. It is, I can write down description, 2 water bottles, 50 rupees. So vendor account should be credited. Whenever you are purchasing, vendor account credit. To vendor, it should be credited. So vendor account credit. And here it is offset account debit. something like this. So this is expense account. Whatever you are purchasing, that is expense account, and this is vendor account. Okay. So vendor account I have selected 1001, and vendor name is ACME Office Supplies, some vendor, and this is 50 amount. Okay. So there is a discount here. I'm removing this discount. You will understand later. There is a terms of payment. There is cash discount. There are many things you are going to learn later. Fine. 50.
Satya, 1 minute. Satya, 1 minute. Satya, just 1 second. I have a small doubt. Okay, we are entering the amount in credit because we have to pay to the vendor, right? But the offset account, what you told, our offset account is our expense account.
Yes. Because I have purchased this water bottles, then it will be debited. Opposite account. This is a opposite account.
Sorry, Satya, your voice was breaking. Can you come again, please?
So see, vendor account is credit. As I told you, if you are doing vendor invoice, vendor account credit. Automatically, always double entry system. Whatever you have purchased, that should be debited. That is this account. It will be automatically debited.
Okay.
Automatically debited. Let me post and show you. I'm posting.
So how we will know that what is the offset account?
So accountants, they whatever they are purchasing here, whether they are purchasing water bottles, whether the courier charges, or whatever you are purchasing, that account. So this you are not going to do practice of this vendor invoice. Actually, accountants, they will do it, but you need to help, you need to guide business people being a functional consultant. So if you don't know what he is doing, then it is very difficult to you to help them. Am I right?
Yes.
So this account, accountants know about what is the account. You need not to worry, but you should know like one account is debit, one account is credit. Agree with me?
Okay. Yeah.
So accountants, they will know and they will post these accounts. Fine. So whatever I have explained in the purchase order process or in the T&L and whatever we are learning this one, these are executing by business people. You are going to help them to understand better these things. So that is the reason you are learning these things, but your task is not this one. Your task is how to create this journal name. These are the journal names, these setups and parameters, and then masters, those things you are going to work with a lot in real time scenario. Transactions, you are not going to do it. This will be done by business people, but to do these transactions we need to understand setups, masters. So that is the reason I'm teaching first. Initially 15 to 20 days you are going to learn transactions. To do these transactions, what are the prerequisites, setups and parameters you are going to learn down the line. Understood?
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Yeah.
So go to lines. So now it was posted. So what is debited, what is credited, I want to see. Then you can click on voucher. So some people they will speak voucher, some people they will speak voucher. Most probably both are same. That is pronouncing. Here, look at this one. It is debit 500 expense account and credit vendor account. Actually, it is not a vendor account. Here I have selected vendor account name is 1001 ACME Office Supplies. But if I go to the voucher, it is showing account 200110 accounts payable account. What is this means? I will explain you later. It is ledger subledger concept. I will explain you the ledger account. Here now ledger account is debited, and vendor account is credited. But this is vendor account is not 1001 vendor. It is showing some other account 200 110. That is called ledger subledger concept. That is one of the ERP concept you will understand later. But you can see here the types, you can understand ledger account is debited and credit is minus. So whenever you are learning in mathematics in your 8th, 9th standard, 10th standard, minus will be specifically will be displayed. If nothing is mentioned means it is a positive. So here positive 50 and minus 50. Understood this one? So this expense account may be different to different based on the purchases. If I am purchasing water bottles, it is water bottle. I will select water bottle expenditure. If I am selecting suppose some tea expenses, then I need to select tea expenses, the ledger account, the corresponding account I need to map. There will be so many accounts. You will understand this one later. Okay, expense account data to vendor account credit. So let me show once again where I did it, on what I did it. Let me close. So accounts payable module, collapse all, invoices, invoice journal, click on new button, and here there is a journal name. So you need to learn this one from where it is coming. I'm selecting AP invoice journal. So from where it is coming means if you click here, it will be opened invoice, AP invoice. So this is you need to configure. This is you are going to configure. So how to configure, you will understand later. How to configure these things, you will understand later.
Satya, one more question. This invoice journal, what you're creating, is this the expense journal you're creating now?
Yes.
This is called expense journal.
Yeah, that's what this naming convention, as per your comfort, you can create.
Okay, because I think this in 365, this is called as invoice journal. In Dynamics 2012, it is in general ledger, and it is called expense journal, right? Under all journals.
No, that is different scenario. Whatever you are talking in 2012, also the same convention. So that is also available in general ledger.
Okay.
General ledger. This is journal entries.
Yes, journal entries. Journal.
So this is also fine, but we can use from here also. You can use from here also, but this is for vendors. We'll do from here only.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
So in the drop down, you have selected invoice journal. Go to lines. So select the vendor account from which vendor you have purchased this, some other vendor, package supplies. Okay, so invoice number and invoice date. Sorry, maybe yesterday, maybe today. Okay, suppose packing material I'm purchasing, land a packing supply. So packing material some I'm purchasing. It is 200 something. So for this packing material I'm entering credit, and I can select expense account. So if it is any packing something available or in 6 series, these are the 6 series expenses. So raw material, suppose something.
Satya, your voice is breaking a lot. I don't know if others can hear this, you or not, but for me, I'm not able to hear you properly.
Can anyone respond?
For me, it's clear.
So then the network issue from you, Nazir, I think. Okay, fine. So here, this is the offset account, means whatever you are purchasing, that expense account you need to select. Okay, and there are taxes also inside that you will understand later. Sales tax group and item sales group, sales tax group. Okay, fine. Now I can click on post. So if you go to voucher, it will show expense account data to ledger account debit, vendor account credit. Ledger account debit, vendor account credit. Okay, this is expenses account data to vendor account credit. Okay, suppose after some time I am paying money to the vendor. After some time I need to pay money because I have taken material like water bottles or packing material I have purchased. Now I need to pay money. If I want to do the payment, then accounts payable, once again accounts payable, payments, vendor payment journal. So click new, select the journal name, vendor payment, go to lines. So vendor account I'm selecting. Here I can click on settle transactions. Just now I have already generated $25 or $25 invoice I have generated, that it will show here. Latest we did it 50, we did it, and I'm selecting this 50. Click OK. For 2 water bottles I have entered 50, that 50 it is I have selected. 1 second, it was not selected properly. Give me 1 minute. I need to select and click OK. Then automatically 50 is coming as a debit. For the vendor, it is a debit. And you can select cash or bank. I'm selecting cash account. I'm paying cash 110180. So here what I did, I have selected vendor account. If I select invoice, automatically 50 is coming automatically debit. Otherwise you can enter 50 debit directly. Either one it is fine 50. And here I'm selecting ledger account and I'm entering. Suppose I'm paying cash, then it is petty cash account. It is a cash account, petty cash account. I am paying cash. So here vendor payment means vendor account debit, cash or bank credit. Bank I will show you later. Cash I'm paying. I'm paying cash. So this is a cash account, petty cash. So now I am posting. Okay, now if you verify the voucher, it will show vendor account debit and ledger account cash. This ledger account means cash. It is petty cash. From the cash I have paid money from my cash box, then it will be decreased 50. So that is vendor account data to cash or bank credit. Understood? One is invoice journal, another one is vendor payment. So while doing vendor invoice, vendor account will be credited. While doing vendor payment, your cash will be credited because you are going to pay money from your cash. From your cash. So it is vendor account data to cash account, cash or bank account credit. In the same manner for customer invoice also. Customer invoice, here I have shown only one option, invoice journal. I told you like 4 options are there. You will understand 4 options one by one. First, you are learning invoice journal. Next, for customer invoice also you have 2 options. One is free text invoice. Free text invoice. Okay, let us understand about this free text invoice. So accounts receivable module, collapse all, invoices, all free text invoices. Accounts receivable module, invoices. This is called free text invoice, all free text invoices. Okay, accounts receivable module, invoices, all free text invoices. Click new button. Select the customer. It is little bit different, look and feel will be different. Select the customer. So automatically it will be filled something, date, due date, terms of payment, method of payment. There are many things, cash discount, there are many things. You will understand slowly one by one what is this. Okay, so you need to select the revenue account. Revenue account will be 4 series. So what is this revenue account? I will explain you later little bit. Revenue account. So whatever amount you are receiving, you can enter here. Suppose I'm going to receive money 500 from the customer. I have entered. Click on post. Click OK. So it was posted. You can click on invoice journal, and click on voucher or voucher, whatever it may be. It will be posted. So look at this one. Customer account data to revenue account credit. Customer balance debit, revenue account credit. Customer account data to revenue account, sales revenue or revenue. Revenue account credit. Customer account data to customer balance account data to customer revenue or revenue account credit. As I told you, revenue will be shown as minus and this one. In the same manner, customer payment. I'm sorry. So customer payments will be here downside. Customer payment journal. So click new, select the journal name, go to lines, select the customer, select US001 customer, and click on settle transactions. It will show just now whatever you have generated invoice, that will show automatically here. The latest one, it is 500. Today I have generated. This is I have generated today. I'm clicking select invoice. Click OK. So it was updated as credit. Okay, so if it is customer payment, it is customer account will be credited. Customer account will be credited, and cash or bank will be debited. So what I'm doing now, I will do for cash ledger. I will show you this one, how to change these things. I'm doing for time being, I'm selecting cash. I'm selecting cash. This petty cash. Okay, now you can do the post. So if you verify the voucher, it will show. So here customer account data to cash account debit. So this is cash account, customer account data to cash account debit. So these are the 4 transactions you need to practice. These 4 transactions you need to practice. So to do these 4 transactions, there are many setups we need to do. Terms of payment, methods of payment, cash discount. There are so many things, payment schedule. There are many things you are going to learn later on to do these 4 transactions. Okay, so tomorrow I will show you once again, but let me explain one small word: chart of accounts. This is also commerce. Chart of accounts. 1 assets, 2 liabilities, 3 equities, 4 sales revenue, 5 purchase expenses or cost of goods, 6 expenses, 7 other incomes, 8 appropriation. These are the 4 setups, 4 pillars, and this is the main chart of accounts classification. This is also accounts. Assets, liabilities, equities, sales revenue, purchase expenses, other incomes, and appropriation. So try to remember in the same sequence. Assets. Here assets means this first 3, whatever it is there, the first 3, whatever it is there, these 3 are called balance sheet items. These 3 are balance sheet. These, after these 3, these are profit and loss account. This is also once again commerce. Okay, these 2 together, it is trial balance. Trial balance is equal to balance sheet plus profit and loss account. Together is trial balance. So all these are called chart of accounts. All these are called chart of accounts. So these are the 2 topics you need to learn related to commerce. So the major topics, if you want to remember, if you want to learn finance, so these 2 topics I will discuss every day. These 2 topics I will discuss every day, so that you will habituate to these words. So if you are a commerce person, you can recollect in your education, these are the things you have learned. If you are a non-commerce person, I mean to say 10th standard, after that I have did MS, like I did MPC and then BSc computers or BTech, no issues, you can learn this one. So these are the two major topics you need to learn: vendor invoice, vendor payment; customer invoice, customer payment. That is one topic. Next topic is chart of accounts. Chart of accounts are classified into two. One is balance sheet, another one is profit and loss account. Balance sheet is further classified into assets, liabilities, equities. Profit and loss accounts are classified into sales revenue, purchase expenses, other incomes, and appropriation. So try to remember like this only. Like this, in this order only, whatever the numbering I have given, the same sequence you need to practice. It is best practice. Best practice. Okay. So what is this mean? Suppose you are in India. Whenever you are learning car driving, so here in India, left drive is free. Left drive is free. You can drive or you can turn left side freely. But whereas right side means it is different driving. So in Gulf areas, it is right side driving, means right side is free turn. Right side is always free turn. Left side you need to have some cautious to take turn for left side in Gulf area. In Gulf area and in US, right drive or right turn is free. In India, in Europe countries, left turn is free. UK and in India, it is left turn is free. So whenever you are walking or you are driving, you need to drive in the left side only. If you are driving right side, you will hit by some other people. So this is a rule. In India, it is rule is like you can drive from the left side. In Gulf countries or in Dubai, in USA, right drive is, they are following right drive. We are following Indians, we are following left drive. So that is rule. In the same manner, whenever you are learning, try to learn one is assets, two liability, three equities. If implementation, whenever you are implementing, at that time he is telling like one is expenses. Yes, you need to obey. It is not a thumb rule you need to follow. One is, I can give numbering, one as expenses. Yes, I can give. What is this numbering? I will explain you tomorrow. But for learning purpose, you need to learn one way. That means assets, one assets, two liabilities, three equities, four sales revenue, five purchase expenses or cost of goods, six expenses, seven other incomes, and then eight appropriation. In this way, try to learn. Once you learn, after whenever you are implementing to one client, at that time this numbering may be changed as per their client requirement. But this is the best practice. This is the best practice. One assets, two liability, three equities, four sales revenue, five purchase expenses, six expenses, seven other income, eight appropriation. Okay, I will explain little bit more about this information, classification of this chart of accounts tomorrow. I will continue tomorrow. I'm stopping here for today. Okay, any doubts, please discuss. Anyone has? Yeah.
Sir, now we did all this exercise, right? Like any sort of like lab or like how or I just follow the same sequence like how you did and try to practice.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
what I'm trying to. I'm just thinking, how will I remember and practice this?
So actually, like, see, every day, whatever I'm teaching, I will provide you this text files also. I will send it to you. Now, it's not an issue. Or periodically, every 1 week, I will send it to you. So whatever I'm teaching, you need to practice in the system. So it is not like immediately you need to start. At least you can, for 1 week, it is not an issue. After that, you need to start reading this one. You need to read this one and you need to practice in the system. Whatever I have explained, if you go through this one, that is enough for you. Okay. After 1 month, I will create a new company creation. So this process you need to do at least minimum to minimum 10 to 15 times, 20 times. N number of times you need to practice.
Yeah, I got that. So basically, today whatever was taught in both P&L and in finance, it is more of the transaction type what the end users will normally be doing. So we are coming backwards. So first we do what the end users do, and then we get on to the configuration part of it. So that way we understand both the things.
Yes, exactly. So many institutes, they will teach about the setups and configurations. If I teach only setups and configurations, you cannot understand what it means. Am I right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
see, that is the reason actually, like many institutes, they will teach in 20 hours. 20 hours they finish it. 15 to 20 hours within 1 month they will finish the course. But for me, it will take 8 weeks to 10 weeks, as I told you, because I want to teach in depth. Half cooked food is most dangerous. So I don't want to deliver half cooked food information. I will teach to, first I am teaching you for at least minimum to minimum 3 weeks or 4 weeks. End user tasks I am explaining. Along with end user task, you are going to learn. Suppose, as I told you, like vendor invoice. Whenever you are doing vendor invoice, you need to understand terms of payment, methods of payment, check payment. There are payment schedule. Those things are setups. Those setups are applying on this vendor invoice and vendor payment. So if I start about like terms of payment, methods of payment, you will confuse what is this terms of payment. So if you understand this transaction, to do this transaction, we need to apply so many conditions. Those things you are going to learn. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else?
And Satya, this visual path will be sharing these videos with us later for reference for practice purpose, right?
Yes, they will provide you only read access. I mean to say, you cannot download that file. You can read that one. Means you can play and you can listen and you can view and you can listen, but it is not possible to download the videos. They will not provide you to download the videos. It is only visual. You can go through that videos. Okay. Is it clear, Raj?
Yep.
Anything else? Anyone, please? So if nothing, then we can close the session for today.
Sorry,
Yes,
one last question. So I understand that when I'd asked for the course content, like they had shared the documents which you can use for reference from Microsoft Docs. But but then that is such a big document. Like, would it be possible uh, at the end of the class to just share like which part was referred, so that at least like it will be a little bit of a correlation
So I will
for
suggest you don't go through the documents first. If you go through the documents, you will get fear about the application completely.
e- yeah.
Really, you will get fear
the,
because if you look at the documents in the very first, you will confuse a lot what it is. Okay,
okay.
so once you learned at least minimum to minimum 2 to 3 weeks, after that, if you are referring to the document, it will be covered all those topics whatever it was provided. Apart from that one, there is an intersection between finance and T&L. I mean to say, if you are joining for only finance, some part of T&L also you are going to learn, and if you are joining for T&L, some part of finance also you are going to learn. Means 10% to 15% subject, both finance and T&L people I will merge. some topics between finance and T&L. Understood? So 10% to 15% I will teach. So suppose take the example, I'm telling you item model group or item group. Item group is a part of T&L. Item group is a part of T&L. But item group will be used by finance consultants. So I need to teach about item group in finance also. That means in the like whatever the course content it is there, not only that course content, intersection between finance and T&L. If you are joining for both finance and T&L, it is fine, well and good. That is fine. So based on your comfort and your availability, you can join for both finance and T&L. But if you are only for finance, suppose if you are joining for only finance, some topics like 10% of the subject related to T&L also you are going to learn in finance. I will teach that one also. But in the course content, it will not be there. In your documents, finance is different, T&L is different. Okay.
I did ask this even in the demo class, and like you actually mentioned, based on the time, like it will be good to join both the sessions. But I'm just thinking whether it will become too much overwhelming or what.
Not at all. See, the reason behind I am telling you, some students they have completed their 10th standard. They have completed their 10th standard, and they joined and they have completed degree distance education. Through distance education they have completed. That means distance education means like how the standards will be there. Just for purpose you are doing. They are also becoming a functional consultant. Understood? So I'm telling you here, like his knowledge is only 10th standard. Degree he completed, I mean to say, I'm just example I'm giving you. He completed only through distance education for sake of qualification. And that guy also learned Dynamics AX. And he became a finance and T&L consultant. He learned both finance and T&L. Of course, initially he learned T&L first. After 1 year, he got job, and after 1 year or 1.5 years, he joined for finance once again. So whoever learned from me, my students, like 2 years, 3 years back, suppose they have learned only one topic, and after some time they will come back to me and they will ask like, I want to learn this topic also. So always, if you have time, if you have money, try to learn both. If you don't have, then think about that one. So my suggestion is always finance and T&L, because suppose you are going to a war, if you have one weapon is different, if you have two weapons it is different. Always winning chances are more if you have two weapons rather than one weapon. That is one weapon also I can go to the war here. Okay, so if you have time, if you have money, try to learn both finance and T&L. If you don't have time, first thing you don't have money, then you can think for only one. Any one is fine as per your comfort.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Anything else, anyone, please?
I think nothing as of now from my side. All good.
Yeah, fine. So once again, we'll connect once again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. IST. Okay. See you.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.